My mother was one of 13, so she came from a large family, and most of the people I knew at the time had big families. That's what we did. Life wasn't as complicated. Cystic fibrosis was unknown to me when Elizabeth was first diagnosed. It came like I just couldn't understand it. I couldn't get my head around it.
CF is a common genetic disease that affects mainly the lungs and the digestive system. You need to take nebulized medication at least 2 hours a day, as well as do physiotherapy. Now this is for each child, and in Mark's case with Lizzie and Joe, he had 2 children that he had to take through this regime. Mark, in effect, would have had a big part of his year with 1 child in hospital and 7 children at home.
It's not only the physical dramas, it's the emotional ones too. I mean, I've had to sit on the lounge with Lizzie and Joe and talk with them when they've asked me questions about how long will I live for, and it's soul destroying to yourself, and it must be devastating for them. How'd your day go today?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
I woke up this morning, I wasn't feeling too good.
Dad was always there to kind of tell us, we're still a family. Even if we don't have mum here, we'll always be a family. And he's shown us that through taking us on holidays and being there for us, barbecues, taking us overseas. He's never failed to be a good father, and that's why we all love him so much.
Yeah, about 5 years ago, my wife Debbie left. She suffered a lot from depression, and that was the reason for it. She just struggled with that mental illness, and it was pretty serious. Look, there's probably one main mantra that I do live by, and that is the sun comes up tomorrow morning. So it doesn't matter how tough, how difficult something seems, and we've been in some difficult situations with the kids' health. The next day, the sun comes up and things get better. Driveway's good. Just down the back there, I think we can... As far as work went, and as far as the family being included in it, yeah, they had to be, because when you run your own business, you always need help. It might be unloading or reloading trailers or picking stuff up, or a lot of manual stuff. And it was great for the boys too, as they were growing up, to pick up some pocket money themselves by working with me. They learned a lot of skills, and they learned that they didn't want to be landscapers. The girls were always handy, quotes and whatever else that had to be done. I mean, they were always good at computers. It worked out well. It worked out very well.
He's an amazing man, and he's an amazing father. He's raised 8 children by himself whilst running a very successful business. And during this time, he's had 2 children with cystic fibrosis. It's been extremely stressful and sad, but at the end of the day, he gets through it. And he's got such great support from the children. They just adore him. He's just, what can I say, an amazing bloke. At the end of the day, you can always find Mark on his days off with his children, playing sports, watching them play, or taking them surfing. An amazing fella.
The kids' success, whether it be on the sporting field or whether it be through their work or just whether them being just good people, it's a buzz. It's a real buzz. What do we do with this thing? If you can show by example that you love them and not be afraid to, and that's a difficult thing, because in my generation, your dad sort of stood up and said, "You'll be right, son." That was about it. But I think these days things are a lot different. So you've got to be able to show that, show your care and compassion, but still show who's boss and who's in charge and what has to be done. And that way they'll learn when they're out there that, life's not that easy. You've got to follow the rules and the regs, and you've got to do the right thing. But also that there are people there who will listen and will understand. It's been a great ride, and it's not over yet. I know that there's even more good things to come as life progresses, and I'm looking forward to it. What you find, I think, in the end, as your children grow older, they not only become more so your children, but more so your best friends.